Hello, this is Chef Yoda 4x4 and Red Death, Richard. You can find us on yodatech.com as far as finding multiple tech write-ups and modifications and so forth, like entire interior resto or modification to the cargo area, so forth, LED lighting. We're going to be adding, this is a CON-FERR rack, which is circa 69 they started. They used to do trusses and everything else. Well, this is kind of hard to find. I finally found it. And I've had it for a while, but I've been wanting to put off-road lights on the roof. I held off on doing round and a couple other styles because I figured I wanted to get something in these rectangular holes. I could have fit up to probably the 12-inch lights because they're really only 11 point something, but it would have been really tight. So I went with 7-inch LED Cree, and the floods will be on the sides. One here, and then one on each rectangular port in the front, which will be spotlights, and then floods in the rear as well. So don't tailgate me. So anyway, basically what we've done here, Richard ground these down. I started on one that he just finished up quick with a, you can use a angle grinder with a nice wheel, something like that. You could use a flap disc. You can use pretty much anything you want. Most people, when they're going to weld, are going to use a grinder just to keep it clean and not take away too much metal. Alright, so here we've basically marked where each side of these tabs are going. I got these from 4x Innovations, from Adam at 4byinnovations.com. I got these when I ordered this trailer hitch bumper, and it's class 2 rated, so I got the tabs to put like mayhole lights on or whatever. So I still had them left over, which I only thought of today, or remembered today or yesterday, I can't remember. And we're going to basically weld them right here, and then the light will go inside of this hole and mount on the tab. And try to keep it, you know, as much centered as possible. This is the type that this has, so which is like a swivel mount. This way, the reason I like this for one is because I can angle it down a little bit, and it's only on one mounting point. If I use the other types that have the mounting feet on each side that come down and out, then I'm going to take up more space, so I need a wider space to begin with. And secondly, I need 2 mounting points. And I don't think with a 7-inch light, which is really just about, I don't know, a pound or so, that I'm going to need that. So, excuse my finger there. So that's so far where we're at. We ground this down, and now Richard's going to weld these tabs on, and then we'll be able to mount the lights, and then I can run the wiring. I have to get them on here really to get the wiring clean. This particular light is a Sunyee, S-U-N-Y-E-E. It's actually an Australian company, and they're really bright. Richard can tell you that my 20-inch is incredibly bright. He's got another brand. He went with the round ones to fit in his bumper. So there's many different ways you can go. He has a plate bumper, so I have the Scotty's Addicted off-road winch bumper. So we're going to weld these tabs on and get these lights on, and then I'll be back. Now this is being tack welded on, just to quickly hold it there so that we can weld it all the way around. Doesn't need to be major. It's only holding a small 7-inch light on, so. I'll be back.
Wow, that's nice.
Okay, so now we're rocking a little bit too, and so we got the tabs on. Richard did a nice job. These are going nowhere. You can take a BFH to these; they're not going to come off. So
you can take it. Wow, what are you going to name it?
You can tell by the iridescent colors how hot they got, and it's very thin metal, so it'll make a hole here and there, but nothing major in it. I don't really care. It's on the bottom of the rack, and it looks plenty clean, and we will just paint it up and got somewhere to mount the lights now. So that's the main thing. And it's below flush with the bottom in case I decide to ever run this straight to crossbars or something like that. So you can see that. So next up is just to mount the lights and run the wire so that I can get both side lights. Both pairs of side lights actually are going to go to one switch. The reverse lights are going to have their own switch, obviously because I don't want to blind people on the trail. And 90% of the time, like we were just talking about, you're going forward. So the forward will go along with the 20-inch light bar. Those are spots. The rest are all flood, and those will go reverse and side to side. So obviously I'll have a little bit higher. I don't really need a higher power relay, but I'll use a little bit higher power fuse. Probably no more than, I think it's like 120 watts or something like that max for all four of these. So that should do. Alright. Okay, continuing on. This portion is about the switches. I'm using these soft touch LED switches that fit flush with the dash when they're pulled in all the way. This is for my air compressor. I might be moving that, but for now, all the wirings to this, I switched this one to a black wire, and I'm going to run this switch and this switch that's going to go on this side, also soft touch, down here. So I have my ground right here, and I've unwrapped all this. I'm going to rewrap everything, and now this is to my auxiliary power and all that. But I need it unwrapped so I can, you know, just double pull on things and make sure where everything goes. So I'm going to have at least 3 primary switches: front, which is the compressor, front facing light, and one of the ones that are going to the top, which I'm going to add to the center here, if I can cut it cleanly enough. So I'll have to relocate the indicator for the alarm, and but I'm going to figure this out so that I can run those soft touch switches into the bezel. That way I have at least 3, possibly 4 across. I'm going to probably have to go with 3 because it's going to get so thin there, and it's corrugated in the back, and there you can see. It's corrugated in the back and kind of odd, and it just makes it difficult to get the switch to hold there without the backing clips. So you can see there where the switch on the opposite side there is coming out and then held in by the it's type of a tab on the back, on the sides of the switch that holds it in tight. Alright, so this is going to be going to a common ground here, so I'll probably have all 3 running off of this for the backup or reverse floodlights, front facing, and compressor. So I'll probably move the compressor switch, but still keep the ground in the same place. Then I'll need 2 more. So I'll probably go to an 8 hoop ring and put it right here and run them all into there, solder them in, and crimp as well, and that should be good to go as far as a ground for all my switches.
Hey guys, this is Red Death 005 on Yoda Tech, and I'm here with Mark, Chef Yoda, on the Yoda Tech website. Here we finished the light tabs and we sanded down the metal here, or the welds, I mean. It looks pretty clean. We're right in the process of painting them right now. Bam, right there. Clean work. Looks good. So that's it for now. I'll show you another video in a bit. So Mark just did the unthinkable right now. He made a hole through his perfect dash. Right there. Dun dun dun.
Yeah. It's alright.
He's just relocating the alarm light.
It'll have to be redone.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Next step.
Out.